Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, I have moved a bunch of my machines that were here before over here, and I've set it up. I've sort of automated it a little bit, in a sense that I have set the pulverizer up here, which then pulverizes raw ores into dust, and then it gets pulled from this chest via the item duct and servo into the redstone furnaces to either side, and then the end result is then just pulled up into this chest. I have the induction smelter also set up to do the exact same thing, and you know, it kind of is like an early game. Like, this is like the early game version that I have been using in my last couple of playthroughs in Skyblock and in Infinity Evolved. I've also moved the magma crucible, the bottler, and the fluid transposer over here as well, just because I've been running a lot of flux ducts here, and I had added some more steam dynamos to the boiler setup. Over here you can see this is pretty interesting as well. So I wanted to make a little strip that I can put my ores that I want to break down without really thinking about it. So I just like lay them down like this, and then just use the hammer to smash them on the way back, and then I can't fall off either, and of course it's lit up so that mobs don't spawn. I set up a water source over here as well because I have a nuclear reactor here now with 6 nuclear chambers attached, and what's going to happen is I am going to, if you check my inventory, I have the macerator and the ore washing plant already, and I'm working on a thermal centrifuge. All of that is so that I can start making uranium rods and then feeding into the reactor chamber, and then kind of like automating that as well. Yeah, it just makes it really easy to automate nuclear power in Skyblock when you sift a lot of sand, because you get crushed uranium ore. And most of the time you don't even need the macerator, because you actually use the macerator to crush the uranium ore. So I actually forgot to think about that prior to making the macerator, but it was fine because it didn't cost too much. I don't think you get uranium anywhere else. So yeah, I think the macerator was basically not even needed, because I'm pretty sure you get crushed nickel ore. Nickel? Yep, you get crushed nickel ore as well. Yeah, so you basically don't even need the macerator in Skyblock, but oh well, I've made it, and I'm probably just going to put it down anyway. So currently I'm working on the thermal centrifuge, and the hardest part about the thermal centrifuge is the mining laser. I've completed the advanced circuit. I have the advanced alloy here. Just going to pop it in there. I'm gonna need 2 coils, which I have. Okay, so the mining laser, now I just need the iron turning blank and the energy crystal, which is fairly simple to make. So for the crystal, we're gonna need diamond dust. Oops, fell down. Pretty sure I have some diamond dust there, and you need to combine that with redstone. So I'm just come over here to my drawer setup. Got some redstone, so I think it's 5 like that, and then 4. Yep. Alright, so that then goes into the compressor. Boom. Okay, so now I have to actually work on the iron turning blank. Now what you need for that is the turning table, basic machine, iron shafts, and iron plates. So let me just do that quickly. And I believe I need 2 more basic machines because I need to make a manual kinetic something. You'll see in a sec. Alright, so I just pop that in there. I think I have a bunch of iron plates. What do you need for that? So you need iron shaft and iron item casing. So just come over here. I have some irons. I have some spare iron. Gonna make 2 of these. I think I'll actually need another one for the other parts of this. Okay, so I've added another metal former, just because it's it helps speed up the process of a lot of things. So you want to extrude a block of iron for the iron shafts, and then I'm just gonna do 22 more of metal plates. Oh, I only have 1 left. This is good then. Gonna have to make some more. Actually, I'll just pop in 12 more as well. Whatever. We need a lot of iron plates anyway. Okay, so that's done. For now, we can make. I think it was like that. Like that. Yep. And 3 iron plates, which we now have. Turning table. So we need the turning blank, which is an iron item casing and 2 ingots. So I'm gonna quickly just steal one of those. Pop that back in there. And then we need the manual kinetic generator. There you go. So we just need one of those guys and a cobblestone to make the lever. And the basic machine frame, manual kinetic energy generator, and now we have the turning blank as well. Okay, so we're set up for this now, and the good thing about this is it doesn't need any power, so I think I'm just gonna pop it down here. Not the macerator, not the ore washing plant, turning table. Okay, so the turning table goes there, and the manual kinetic generator. So you can come to the interface and you can put the turning blank in there. And I forgot, I need to make one more thing. It's called a lathing tool, which also is a component of the turning blank, the turning table. So we need 1 more iron plate, and I need another refined iron plate. So I'm gonna come over here, grab a refined iron ingot, and just quickly do that. Oops. And just wait for it to be spat out. There it comes. Okay, so now I have the lathing tool. I'm just gonna quickly sleep because I don't want any creepy crawlies to spawn, although I pretty much have all the entire platform set up so that nothing can spawn. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and put the lathing tool in here. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so if you're unsure how many times you have to actually hit the turning blank, if you click here, it'll tell you. So you need 4, 3, 2, 2, 2. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to hit the kinetic generator like so, come in here and then go 4, 3, and then you're gonna have to repeat the process for the other 2s. 2, 2, and 2. Alright, so now you have the iron turning blank. So I am just going to pop everything in and hopefully it'll work. So 2 redstone at the top and the energy crystal. Boom. Okay. So I have that. Now I'm going to make a thermal centrifuge, which is advanced 4 iron ingots and the electric motor. There we go. Alright. So I'm gonna pop down the macerator, the ore washing plant, and the thermal centrifuge just around here. Well, I might hold on to the macerator for now, but I know I need the ore washing plant. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys how to make that, and I will get to work on the other components I need in order to get the reactor chamber, get the nuclear reactor going, which is I need to make a canning machine. It's not going to be too hard. Fairly simple. I'm going to need more iron chipsets though, so I'm going to do all that and be right back. Alright, so I have the setup completed. In the middle you'll see a pump. It's a BC factory pump. You could use the aqueous accumulator from thermal expansion as well. I just prefer this one just because I've always made it. You have quartz fluid pipes feeding into the carpenter. Like, I've moved the carpenter over here, but you don't need the carpenter for the nuclear reactor setup. What you do need is the ore washing plant, and this is where you put the crushed uranium in. I'll have pipes coming into the thermal centrifuge, and the thermal centrifuge will then suck out the uranium into the fluid canning machine, fluid and solid canning machine. Sorry, and then I'll have pipes leading into the nuclear reactor. So looking at the nuclear reactor, I don't actually have all the things I need for it. I need overclock heat vents, and I also need reactor platings to make sure that the entire process is automated. So I will get to doing that, and I will also link up all the pipes into the nuclear reactor and out of it, and such and so forth. And yes, I will be right back. Alright, so I have completed the setup. I have filled out the nuclear reactor. I've got 6 overclocked heat vents in there, and I've lined up the reactor platings so that this is the most optimal setup, single rod setup for generating plutonium. So I'm going to come around the back because that's where the lever is. So I flip the lever on, boop, and we're running at 135, and the core temp is at 0. So this is basically the most optimal and safest nuclear setup that you could do. What I have here is a item duct that basically will retrieve depleted uranium rods, and then it'll feed into this chest where it then can be sent back into the thermal centrifuge and then broken down into plutonium. This chest basically pulls out the enriched uranium nuclear fuel that has been canned into the chest, and then the chest, when there is a spot open, will then take will then put the fuel rods into the nuclear reactor. So that's basically automated at the moment. I'm just going to generate some power first, and then help out the rest of my platform, because the steam, I think I screwed up the steam system a little bit, and it's not totally efficient at the moment. So I'm gonna connect this energy cell, which now holds 20 million RF. So I'll have a nice buffer. I'm gonna connect that to a bunch of things, alleviate the power problems, and I also wanted to show you my my smeltery now, because I haven't showed you yet. So what I've done is I have these tanks that have liquids basically feeding into them. So if I flip this lever, whatever is inside the smeltery will then come into a tank. And the thing is, these tanks, though, the liquids don't mix inside the tanks, so you're fine to just prop up a tank and then put any kind of liquid in there. What does happen though is, because I'm using the temperate fluid duct, is if the tanks are full, or for some reason the liquid cannot go into a tank, and if they stay inside the fluid duct, they will explode after a couple of seconds. So you just have to be careful not to leave hot liquids in the fluid ducts for an extended period of time. Now, yeah. So basically, you can add faucets to these tanks, and then you can do mold crafting just on the fly. Let's have a look what it looks like downstairs. So what I've done is I've dug some holes, and these are basically casting basins, so blocks of metal that come out are basically fed into the hopper, into the item ducts, and then into that chest up there. So it looks pretty neat downstairs. I've lined the top with glass, so it actually, yeah, so you can actually see the ducts. I mean, I think it's kind of cool. Okay, so now that I have the nuclear plant set up, I might work on a second one, just so that I have a steady, 800, well, 170, 135. That's 520, I believe. Yes, 520 RF. So if I have 2 of these set up, then I'll have over 1,000 RF per tick, and it also helps me produce plutonium at a faster rate. Plutonium is then my next goal. So my next goal is to create. I'll get enough plutonium to create the big reactor. So you're gonna need a ton of plutonium for that, and it's just a matter of time, basically. So you're just waiting until you have enough plutonium saved. I think you need 9 plutonium to set up like a basic big reactor. With 3 yellorium rods, but I guess you can start off with a big reactor with 1 yellorium rod as well, but it just won't be as efficient, and it just depends how fast you can actually get yellorium ingots to feed the big reactor. I also plan to upgrade my my automated mining system over here, because this is pretty horrendous, and it's not as efficient as I'd like it to be. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that in the next couple of minutes or hours. So we'll see how it goes, and then I'll give you guys an update. So I'll be right back. But I wasn't right back, and I decided that that was enough footage for today's episode. So I'd like to thank you all again for stopping by and coming to see what it's all about. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my playthrough as much as I am. I know, like, I learn stuff about this game every single time I play it, and even though this is only my second playthrough on Skyblock, I've probably played through Infinity Evolved like 4 or 5 times now, and I'm still learning, so yeah, it's still really interesting. I hope you guys are finding it interesting as well. Leave a like if you like the video, and if you don't like it, let me know why, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks a lot, guys.